Hello everyone, welcome back to the sheet metal part. In this final video I'm going to show you guys how to do the drawing, or most of it at least. So let's get started. Now first of all, a little bit of housekeeping. Go up here under Document Properties, Units. As you can see, under Length, the unit is inches, however it's read in terms of decimals. As you may have noticed on your drawing, we're not using decimals, we're using fractions. So what we're going to do is we're going to click here. It's going to say 8. What this means is that this will be rounded to the nearest eighth of an inch. So I'm going to highlight that and enter 64. So this means that our dimensions will be rounded to the nearest 64th of an inch. Under here on this ellipsis, this more, I'm going to click on that, click round to nearest fraction. If we don't click that, this fractions command won't take place and it will continue to appear as decimals. So I'll click OK. Now we're ready to go. I'm going to go over here to the right. Use the View palette to enter my part. In this little drop down menu here, I'm going to click Sheet Metal Tutorial. First view I'm going to enter is an isometric view. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit. There it is. I'm just going to drag it into my view, drop it, select Shaded with Edges, green check mark. As you can see, there's some center lines going through those holes. I'm just going to highlight that whole thing and click Delete. Now we want to enter another view, so go back over to the View palette, Flat Pattern, drag that in, drop it down right there. Click OK. As you can see, there's some things coming up there. I'm just going to select that again. I'm going to select the front face. First of all, because I want these two holes on that side, because that's the way it is in the given drawing. And secondly, because I want those annotations to disappear. So I'll click OK. We now have our drawing view, so let's start dimensioning. I'm not going to dimension the whole thing. There's no real need. But I will show you guys just a few of them, and then you can finish it. So say, for example, these two right here. Oh, sorry, did that wrong. I'll delete that one. Click into right here and right here. So as you can see, if we hadn't changed our units to round to the nearest 64th of an inch, this would simply be 3 inches. There's a few example dimensions. You guys can do the rest based on what you see in your given drawing. Next thing we want to do is enter some hole callouts. The hole callouts are simply going to name all of these holes here. So we could do that by using text boxes and typing in what we want it to say based on what's on the drawing. However, a better way is to simply select model items. As you can see here, there's normally marked for drawing would be selected, and this would enter in all of your dimensions in terms of length and radius and things like that. But we don't want that right now. We want this one here that's already selected, hole callout. So we're going to make sure that's selected. We're going to make sure Eliminate Duplicates is also highlighted so that we don't get multiple tags on holes of the exact same kind. And we'll click the green check mark. Ignore this message, click Yes. They will all appear. So as you can see, we have tags for all of our different types of holes. You guys can move these around based on where your own dimensions are. Might be a bit tricky to get it all to not be completely cluttered, but I'm sure you guys can figure it out without too much trouble. Next we're going to do a hole table. So first of all, I'm going to move this name student section over so I can have some room over here for a table. I'm going to go up here to Insert, Under Tables, click Whole Table. First it's going to ask me for an origin. An origin is simply a location for our datum point from which all the holes will be measured in terms of their distance. So for my origin, I'm going to select this bottom corner down here. Under Edges/Faces, I'll simply select the front face of this and click OK. Now, a rather large table appears, but we're going to make it a lot smaller. As you can see, our X and Y locations appear based on the location of our datum point, and the size of each hole appears. I'm going to right click on that, click Properties. Now, we want to shrink that hole. The best way to do this, or one way to do this, sorry, is combine same sizes, which as you can see combines holes of the same sizes. But that doesn't shrink our table at all. What we're going to do is combine same tags. As you can see, our table is significantly smaller. However, since the same tags are combined, our X and Y locations no longer appear. However, since our drawing is going to be well defined, we don't need that necessarily. One thing I also want to point out is that the information given here is the same as the information given on the drawing, and we now don't know what number of hole we're using. So right here, we're going to select Show ANSI inch letter and number drill sizes, and as you can see, it gives us the number of the hole, and down here it remains as the size of the hole. So this way, our holes are fully defined. One other thing I would like to do is remove the appearance of this origin here. This can become a bit cluttered, and it can get in the way of a lot of your dimensions. So I'm going to go right here and click Hide Origin Indicator, and as you can see, it's hidden. It's still there, just hidden. That's it for the whole table, and that's it for the entire drawing, guys. The only thing left to do would be to right click and edit sheet format, put in your title, your class number, section number, things of that sort. But other than that, all you need to do is put in the rest of your dimensions and you will be finished. Thanks for watching the sheet metal tutorial, guys. I hope you've learned something, and we'll see you next time.